helps. Please welcome John, the amazing Arkansas Razorback.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about the amazing Arkansas Razorback. But first, a smidgen about Arkansas. Arkansas is a very unusual state. The people have some distinctive characteristics. They're generous, they're stubborn, they're quick to take offense at any slight umbrage. But they've always had an identity crisis. It took an act of Congress in the 1800s to decide whether they wanted to be called Arkansans or Arkansasians. And I don't know how it came out. I think it's still being debated, but we just call it Arkies. And they seem to accept that so long as we respected their right to state that Arkies are superior to Okies. So this identity crisis is part of the reason I think they adopted the Razorback hog as their state mascot. Now, this is not just for the football teams, these Arkansas University sports teams. Every Arkie wants to identify with a Razorback reputation. Now, Razorbacks are tough, mean critters. They're not just mean, they're dangerous. They're fast, they're furious, they're fierce, they're fearless. And they'll eat almost anything, including humans. So you watch out for these Razorback hogs. They can get as big as ponies, 800 to 1,000 pounds. Seriously. They actually are domestic pigs that the Europeans brought here as a food source. And just let them run loose, hoping that they'd be there when more settlers came. Those hogs found a welcoming environment in the Ozark Mountains, so they've thrived ever since, despite an open hunting season. Now, when I was a small boy growing up in Louisiana and Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky, and Arkansas, I heard about these critters. Actually, Rollows are almost as numerous in Arkansas and Tennessee as Razorbacks, but that's about the only part of the country you find that family name. My dad was from southern Kentucky, close enough to Tennessee. My mama was from bluegrass, blue blood, from Lexington. So, but my dad was always hunting, but never any hunting hogs. He had coons and possums and duck and deer. My mama wouldn't mess with those coons and possums, but she'd fix the ducks and the deer. But never saw a razorback. But as I said, the Arkies identify with this critter. They're smart, they're aggressive, they're tough, they like it, and they're impossible to kill, and they like to eat just about anything. There's a powerful story that proves that out. Uncle Clem had a little farm in Arkansas. Uncle Clem wasn't actually a relative, just an appealing appellation that Southerners like to talk about our cousins and uncles. But he had a little farm over in Arkansas, and he had a razorback he'd raised from piglet that he let wander loose on his farm. Some little watchdog called it Rocky. Well, one day Clem decided he was going to clean off part of his lot for planting some corn, so he took down the trees, and then he started on the stumps. Well, he needed the chain to hook to the mule, so he went into town, and Ace, the friendly hardware guy in town, said, "Clem, you don't want to waste time trying to pull those stumps out with mule and a chain. The best way to take those stumps out is with dynamite." So Clem bought a piece of dynamite, took it home with him. He went out in the field and he found a big blackjack oak tree stump, and he dug a hole under it, and he put 3 sticks of dynamite down there. And he fused them up, and he lit them. He got behind a rock and waited. Nothing happened. He waited. Finally decided the fuse was gone out. Just then his wife called him home to dinner. So he left the field and figured he'd come back after dinner and relight those fuses. During dinner, Rocky, rooted around like hogs do, found that hole under the stump. And he found those 3 sticks of dynamite. And like hogs do, when they find something lying around, he ate them. all 3 sticks. Well, then he meandered back to the barnyard, decided he needed some dessert, so he snuck into the mule's stall, stuck his snout into the corn feed trough the mule had. The mule didn't cotton to that exactly. He delivered one powerful kick to that hog's belly. Well, I reckon it won't surprise you, but that kick and those dynamite sticks made one powerful kick. A neighbor heard the explosion and saw the smoke. He ran over. There was Clem standing in the middle of the ruins of his barn. The neighbor says, "Lord Almighty, Clem, this looks right bad." "Yep," said Clem, "right bad. My mules are all dead. The barn's gone. My chickens are all spread all over the lot. All the windows of my house are blowed out. Besides that, I got one mighty sick hog." Now, ladies and gentlemen, those Arkansas Razorbacks are tough, mean critters. And the moral for this today, for our personal improvement, is don't mess with them hogs. Right, Hog? He's got an opinion. Yeah. Listen, no sassy. Floor is